AITA for giving my husband's half-cooked sister-in-law a reality check about her bullcrap at a family gathering. My F25 husband, M29, has a very delusional sister-in-law, F27, who we will call Kelly. Kelly is the girlfriend of my husband's late brother. They were not married but was allowed to be called sister-in-law for the sake of their 4-year-old son, hence the title half-cooked sister-in-law. Kelly was actually a nice person at first, but her delusional tendencies just goes over the top. She once had a cousin of my husband accused of seducing her. Cause in her words he was madly in love with her, which was never true as he actually was the same to everyone else as he was with her. My issues started with her when she started targeting my husband and requesting all kinds of bullcrap from him. She once asked him to sleep in their unit cause she said her son was scared. Mind you, they only had one bed and it was on the floor in the middle of a tiny square room which was the whole unit. We asked her to just come over to our home which was bigger and had enough space for her to stay for a while. Since we also have asked for room she and the child could use, she refused and insisted on my husband to come over. My husband refused and told his mom, who had Kelly go over to their house and stay for a while. Second incident was when she insisted that my husband should go with her and her child to the mall and spend some time together. Cause according to her, she needs help cause she's a helpless single mother with a fatherless child. And her child needs a father figure. My husband asked if I could go with them but she made excuses why I can't go. My husband then outright refused and said to just bring the maid assigned to her kid. Calls my mill sponsored a maid for them after all the things she complained about. After all that, Kelly starts to pick on things my husband likes. He likes that I wear skin-tight dresses and leggings cause it complimented my bum. She started wearing the same clothes. My husband likes the certain food I make for him. She learns how to make the food and purposely making too much so she can give some to him, in front of me. With a crap-eating smile. And it did not stop there. She also tries to copy me as much as she can. Whenever I buy something new she buys the same thing the next 3 to 4 days. My husband and I like dogs so I adopted a puppy. And what do you know, she has one a week after. She copies everything, clothes, makeup, jewelry, etc. It was getting a little creepy. Until one day at a family gathering she just outright stated that my husband's nephew, her child, looks so much like my husband and would pass off as his kid. And my husband looks nothing like his nephew. His nephew literally has his late father's face, like it was copied and pasted. While my husband and his brother look nothing alike. I blurted a very audible "no they don't." Which was followed by my husband's sister saying, "Are you blind? They look nothing like each other. I would say he has his father's face." Kelly then responded, "Actually people would mistake them like a father and son." She then proceeds to whip out her phone and show the wallpaper of it as my husband and his nephew smiling together. I look at the phone and her and said, "Oh, is this why you've been trying to get my husband's attention the whole time?" Confused, my mill asked, "What do you mean?" I then casually said, "Well, why don't you ask Kelly? She's been trying to get my husband alone with her for some time now. Good thing your son's not an idiot." Kelly then shouts, "What the hell is your problem? I was just trying to give my son some normalcy and experience having a family and a father. By trying to take my husband? You are a home wrecker in the making. A stalker and a creep. No wonder no one would date you. God, your child would be better off without his whore of a mom in his life," I yelled back at her. I stood up and thanking everyone for their time and proceeded to leave with my husband. On the way home my husband told me what I said wasn't nice. I asked him if he was defending her. He said no, he said that Kelly deserves to be told off but not in a humiliating manner and definitely not in front of the kids. We didn't talk on the rest of the way home. I'm now here typing this out in the toilet. I just really couldn't take her delulu self anymore and that's why I exploded. So am I the A_hole? BTW. Sorry if it sounds so confusing, English really isn't my first language and I am still learning. Update. Thanks for all the comments and votes. This will be a little update for what happened the past few hours. I get where I may be in a hole. But with the feelings I had. Not really possible. I'm quite the person with anger issues. It has died down a bit cause I got some help and also the support of my husband. But there are times where you really just can't control it. BTW, my husband and I had a little talk about the incident. He said I wasn't wrong in the part of correcting her, but was wrong in the part where I've insulted her. He was just a little disappointed with how I handled the situation. Letting my anger take control of me. As for my mill, she called us and asked if I was okay. She did reprimand me of my actions but was also sympathetic of the fact that I was offended by Kelly. She asked if Kelly and I could come over and have a talk. Straighten things out and see if Kelly needs help. She explained how Kelly's actions may not be favorable, but her situation is something to feel pity to. Mill thought that losing her son, Kelly's husbandish, and having to take care of a child alone was too much for her. Which is why she asks if it would be okay if I talk to Kelly and explain to her why what she did wasn't okay. And if Kelly refuses to listen, then Mill said she would have to handle it herself. As for my husband, he understands if I'm not ready to face Kelly, but tells me it would be the better option, and suggests that we would go LC with her for a while, not completely cutting her off for the sake of the child. I'll update you guys if anything else happens. Her sister just commented,